Welcome to Sideshow Live. Get ready for some deals, reveals, and giveaways.
Remember to like this video. When we reach 1,000 likes, we're going to be doing a giveaway.
It's showtime! Sideshow's Beetlejuice 6-scale figure is dressed to impress. Crafted on a fully articulated body, the fast-talking ghoul comes with a variety of swap-out hands and accessories. Packed with personality and screen-accurate details, this figure is a must-have for fans of Tim Burton's Beetlejuice.
Be sure to be signed into your Sideshow account. And if you don't already have one, you can make one by following the link on your screen.
Sideshow presents Pulp Vixens. Enter a world of kitten-heeled killers fighting a sinister shadow organization. High stakes and highly classified action. Meet the Pulp Vixens. Episode 1, Mr. Sin. Featuring Ursula Strand, a stunning starlet facing down a madman, monster, mastermind. Can she act innocent with the villain closing in? Find out in Mr. Sin. Pulp Vixens, Episode 2, Deep Down, featuring Hawana Kalili. This is No Day at the Beach. A dancer dives into her family's past and finds secrets under the surface in Deep Down. They're putting the fatal in Femme Fatale. Watch your back. The Pulp Vixens are on the job.
Welcome to Sideshow Live, Deals and Reveals. Get ready for some giveaways.
Sideshow presents the Boba Fett life-size bust. Created in partnership with Legacy Effects, this bust features careful paint application to recreate the distress and weathering on his ancestral armor. Boba Fett's helmet also has an articulated rangefinder, and his jetpack is mounted on his shoulders to complete his signature look. The digital chest plate and jetpack have additional light-up elements to add display options. Reclaim the armor and bring home the Boba Fett life-size bust today.
Welcome to Sideshow's Birthday Extravaganza. We'll be taking an in-depth look at the new Batman vs. Joker premium format figure, showcasing some of the most terrifying upcoming collectibles, celebrating Sideshow's birthday with live giveaways, and so much more. Now for your hosts, Guy Klender and Amy Chase.
Hey everybody, I'm Amy Chase.
And I'm Guy Klender.
And welcome to Sideshow's 30th birthday extravaganza. Did you see that? We had confetti in that opening.
We did. 30 years.
Wow.
30 years.
And we're bringing the gifts to you guys. We are so excited about this live show that we're going to kick things off with a giveaway.
Let's go. 30 years ago, we also got to see The Crow go theatrical. Ooh. And Sideshow made a 6-scale figure of it, and it can be yours. Right now in the chats, you're going to enter by going #TheCrow_I agree.
Yes, so you're going to be participating live in the YouTube chat right now, and that I agree is agreeing to the terms and conditions at side.show/contest. You can check those out, but you're going to want to enter, be participating in the chats, liking this video. If you're watching live, congratulations, we got a lot of cool stuff going on, and if you're watching the playback, you guys, you'll see a lot of cool stuff coming up through this show, so you'll want to stay tuned, of course, but this is Sideshow's 30th birthday extravaganza. Now, the whole year this year, we're celebrating 30 years of Sideshow. It's a big anniversary.
Absolutely.
But this is the week for our big birthday blowout. Today, we are kicking off the show, but this event goes all the way through Friday.
Absolutely. And to see everything that we've got going on this week, you go to side.show/bdaylive. That's going to have all of our contests and tell you a little bit about what we've got coming up each day.
Yes, that is your one-stop shop. Also, for all the things that you're going to see featured on this show, including we have an ongoing giveaway for the Frankenstein's monster statue by Sideshow. We love this piece so much, and you're going to get to hear a little bit more about what Frankenstein means to us as a company, what horror means to us, but this giveaway is ongoing, I believe, all the way through Sunday, March 24th, so you do have time to enter, and you're going to find that at side.show/bdaylive.
Absolutely. Now, you talked about all of the different things that they can sit there. There's things every day on the blog. In fact, there's a really cool one coming up. If you looked at B-Day Live, there's a really neat one that somebody I know was behind. And that's I absolutely love it. And each day, there's always new and exciting stuff. Of course, we also have our social media app, and there's always stuff going on in there.
Yes, so at side.show/join us, you can check out the Sideshow social network app. But if you're tuning in just now, let's tell you a little bit about what this show is specifically. It's our 30th birthday extravaganza. This is also our Deals and Reveals live show. So like it sounds, we're going to be showing you guys some awesome closer looks at products you may have not seen before. We're going to be telling you about deals and giveaways and other surprises. And so you're going to want to stay tuned. We're going to also be premiering some brand new video content for you guys. That's really exciting. We've got some behind the scenes with artists. We've got a really cool feature on some Sideshow product. So we'll tell you all about that as you guys are watching this show.
Absolutely. Now, of course, I know you're all entering in the chat with the #Crow_I agree in order to win. But throughout the time here we are on the show, make sure to ask your questions, comments. We want to give you as much information as we can. We've got a very special guest today on the show as well.
Yes, we're going to have a project manager here with us to talk about the Batman vs. Joker premium format. So start thinking of questions for that now if you've got that. But we will be, our moderators will be in the chat letting us know what you guys want to know about the pieces we are featuring. So please be sure to let us know, because that's how we're here for you guys. I mean, 30 years, we could not do it alone. And so for everyone who tunes in, just like you, everyone who's got a Sideshow piece in their collection or is just joining and watching and enjoying the pop culture community, that is what we are celebrating here today. So 30 years would not be possible without you guys.
I can't believe I've been collecting this stuff for now 30 years. Yes, I was early to the Sideshow game, and you're going to get to see some of the original pieces later on in the show as well. I really like a video that we've got coming up with that.
Yes, and I'm about as old as Sideshow is, but I've been collecting maybe now for about 10 years, so it's really exciting to just celebrate all of this and take a look back at the past of Sideshow and then the future of Sideshow. And now the future of our Crow winner. We've got a winner from YouTube chats. This is at Watermelon Can. At Watermelon Can, you are taking home the Crow 6-scale figure, so that is what the future of your collection looks like. Congratulations. Our moderators in the chat will help you claim that prize, but congratulations. And for all of you who did not win, stay tuned, stay participating in the chats, because seriously, this is our birthday, but you guys are getting all the gifts, and we will be doing lots more giveaways throughout this show.
Now, it's that 30th birthday. It's our birthday week, and what would a birthday party be without a clown? Let's take a look at a clown that we've invited to our party.
All right, so we're going to learn a new word here today. If you guys have a fear of clowns, that is called colrophobia, and this is not the only clown we have on our show, but he is certainly one of the scariest. I mean, he comes around every 27 years, but he made an exception for our 30th birthday. This is Sideshow's Pennywise 6-scale figure.
I am loving on this, and let's talk about some of the specifics of that. Right there, we got a good close-up of you being able to see that well, it's not a warm smile. It's a little bit creepy. But one of the things that makes this so great is that soft hair.
It's got a lot of volume to it. That beautiful red synthetic material there on the hair.
Absolutely. This is an individual that definitely uses a cream rinse and product. But yeah, the hair on there is absolutely spectacular. Now you see there is little right hand up, and there are going to be a lot of swap out hands and ones that are very specific to the way Tim Curry kind of created the character in some of his movements. I'm really liking that.
I'm obsessed with how subtle. There's one of his pinky finger is just gently folded in, and it just adds so much. It's not a flat hand waving. It's just the gentle, hello. You can feel the beckoning.
Yeah, a hint of creepy. Now, as I said, that some of them are very specific. There are 12 to choose from. So again, lots of options for you. Now, if we go back to that close-up and we see the other hand, and we see that he's holding a balloon. Now, the hand is sculpted with the string already wrapped around it.
Yes.
Now, this is a way you can do it with a single yellow balloon. That's the way it was in the TV version.
Yes.
But for the other hand, there is a cluster of balloons, so you can decide just how many balloons he brings to your party.
Yeah, we don't have 99 red balloons, but we've got a classic assortment from the TV miniseries. And speaking of, there's a really cool swap out hand option that the art team included here that is an Easter egg kind of reference to the miniseries and the promotion of it.
Absolutely. Now, if you saw your TV guides or posters of it when you were a kid, it was this big white background and these creature hands pulling around the side, and then the reveal of that face. Now, what you're taking a look at is those hands, but also, yep, an alternate swap out portrait, still with that soft goods style hair, but bearing those fangs.
He's got really creepy teeth, and I was saying off camera just a little bit earlier, the dental stuff is what really freaks me out. We'll see a little bit more of that today with some other characters, but just the teeth, the mouth, everything about that is really makes this piece.
Absolutely. And of course, you got to have the SS Georgie. You're going to have that little boat. While we're in that close-up, I'm going to move this off to the side, and you're going to see all of the detail that's been done into this costume, all the way down to the little ballet-style shoes that he wore. And you see that bright, almost foil iridescent in that trim right there around the feet.
Yes, there's a really nice kind of color variation all throughout this. And then we've got, of course, the bright yellow bodysuit transitioning to some amazing various fabrics on this kind of vest on top. We've got the pom-poms as well, and the ruffled coat and the neck, I guess, ruffs.
Exactly. When you talk about the detail on there, I want to spin it around, because that detail pattern that's on that vest,
it's fabulous.
The amount of R&D that went into this, and I know there was a lot of conversations about getting it just right. Our project managers are pretty darn specific when it comes to this. In fact, you'll get to talk to one of them in just a little bit about that kind of thing. But I am really excited to see all of these new horror figures that Sideshow is doing.
Yes, and we're also making sure that the packaging for these, really captures the spirit of the classic posters, the VHSs, any which way you watched your old school horror. And I also just love, again, the satiny finish, and you've got the matte kind of fabric. So this piece is just really vibrant and bright, really fun, and terrifying as well, of course, as he needs to be. But this Pennywise 6-scale figure is available for pre-order right now on our website. And again, you can check everything out that we are featuring on this show today at side.show/BDayLive. That is going to be your one-stop shop.
Now, what was that word again for if I'm afraid of clowns?
Coulrophobia.
Okay, that will not be one of the entry words throughout today. But boy, see, you learn so many things. You get to see new products, and of course, you get to learn new words, see all kind of cool stuff, and giveaways. Got those going on.
Well, you know who doesn't have coulrophobia? It's Batman, because he is constantly at odds with the Joker, and our artists wanted to capture that incredible, iconic dynamic between them. We're going to show you guys an awesome spotlight on a roundtable discussion about the Batman vs. Joker premium format figure and how that came to be. And when we come back, we're going to be here with the project manager and the piece in person to show you a little bit more about it.
Let's take a look.
I'd have to say this is probably one of the most ambitious pieces that Sideshow's done.
Yeah.
What made it so ambitious? What were some of the challenges that you guys had with this piece?
Composition was one of the most challenging parts of this piece because it's two guys fighting, falling down, many things going on around piece. And we wanted to create all these elements without distracting the viewer too much, because the core of the statue is this fighting between these characters.
It's such a action-packed scene.
Yeah.
And you have to get that one moment in time and freeze it. What some people would refer to like bullet time, like what the Matrix had done in the earlier movies, where it's like you freeze, but you want to capture that.
In what moment, what frame you
It's an in-between moment, we call it.
Exactly. The first concept was a 2D view, where the idea was very clear about the situation, but then we started exploring that and adding other elements to create a little more 360 feeling about.
And that's a difficult challenge in its own, because we have like Richard Luong,
exactly,
who did the initial
2D concept,
sketch and the design, and he does great work, and it works out and it sets the concept. But then you guys have to bring it into 3 dimensions. How is it going to look from different angles? And I think with this piece, because of the 2 figures and everything that's going on, you can't just focus on one view.
No, exactly.
You have to make sure that, if the viewer wants to put it this way, this way, it's got to look good. And once again, it has to look natural and not confusing, which I think you guys definitely accomplished.
Thank you.
We are really happy about
looks
the full
awesome.
Collaboration team.
Hey everybody, welcome back. If you enjoyed that video, the full roundtable discussion will be up on our YouTube channel later today, so you can check that out. And remember, we want to hear from you in the chat, so if you have any questions, especially while we've got Anthony here in the chat, or in the studio, let us know, and our moderators will pass those along to us. Now, thank you so much for joining us, Anthony.
Wow, thank you. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, do you want to tell our audience a little bit more about what a project manager does at Sideshow, and then how that's specifically related to this piece?
So project manager basically works with all of the artists, everything from design to sculpt to paint, and kind of wrangles everybody together to make sure that we're on point with what the concept is, and to kind of just follow through all the way into production.
So as they got to see in that clip, I mean, there is the 2-dimensional concept, and you have to be able to visualize it in the space, and then eventually, take it through all the steps to bring it into a 3-dimensional thing that eventually collectors will have on their shelves.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's part of the plan, is how do you translate a 2D drawing into a dimensional piece and still stay true to the original design that we're shooting for. And
especially one as action-packed as this.
This one is quite the piece, as you can see. I mean, to bring this into the 3D world is quite the task, especially when we're utilizing artists like Martine and Daniel, who are overseas in different countries, and coordinating that. And it really is, getting them to play ball and coming up with something like this is quite the task.
Yeah, so do you want to talk a little bit about the collaboration with the artists? I mean, we've worked with Daniel and Martine a lot before, especially on these characters. But how did they decide what was going to go where? I mean,
it's funny because you'll probably see it in, you'll see it in the video, but we joke around and we say like, was this what was going on when you guys were deciding who was gonna sculpt what?
That they did the actual pose studies. And I
actually
like
we're gonna duke it out and see who reigns supreme. But Martin, his affinity for Joker, so it was easy. He chose Joker and Daniel Batman. But the thing is, I'd said it in the video where it's almost like nowadays where you have people collaborate in music and you have artists that are on different sides of the globe. It's the same thing here, and working with them and them talking and Zoom calls and sending digital files and everybody just looking and making sure that everything just kind of clicks and plays ball.
It's such an amazing process, and then to have it connect to a global fan community as well, where we are able to send these products out all over the world and people can have them, in their own collections. Yep. Now this is a massive piece, so if you are thinking of having it in your collection, it stands about 32 inches tall, and I believe it's about 18 inches wide and 16 inches deep. So you'll want to make sure you have a lot of space on your shelf for that. But there are so many Easter eggs throughout this piece, and we have someone in the chats. We've got JJ Joe asking, how is it to engineer a piece like this with the the structural integrity? You've got to balance all these different elements.
Part of it is keeping that illusion that it's lofty and light, but you have to figure out there's a core structure, and you have to also take center of gravity into effect. You don't want something listing too far forward or too far back. Once it goes into production, we have to start deciding on weight and different materials. So it is an orchestra on its own, just trying to figure everything out. Plus, we have to just be very kind of it really is an illusion. So you have to put these small pieces and have them out there in such a way that it looks heavier, I guess you would say, than what it actually is. Or create that light look in the action.
Well, and it looks good from so many angles. It's also not designed just to be looked at from the front, so you have to keep all of that in mind.
They will see it on the back when they get it. There's a lot going on even in the back.
Yes, thank you, JJ Joe, for asking that question. And speaking of, there are just so many details throughout this, and we don't want to give away everything because it's something for you guys to discover at home. But do you have any favorite things or things you want people to look out for when they are up close with this?
Just the dynamics alone, but there are a lot of like little hidden Easter eggs, little trinkets and things that true Batman fans will find interesting. But to me, I love how the cards are in there and how the flames, because everything that's in there has to be conceptualized very specific to make it look like it's a freeze frame in time. So to me, that's where the teeth are on there and the cards and the batarangs and everything are just kind of
the flames.
Yeah, the flames, and everything has to have a flow to it to create that downward momentum that we're trying to capture on it.
Well, Mandy Me in the chats wants to know, how long does a piece like this take from concept to final? It's a very non-linear process as well as what a lot of people don't get to see.
Yeah, and we were talking about it earlier, how it's like when these pieces come and they're up for sale on our site, to me, it's already been so long that we've worked on this on this piece. It's been well over a year. So in development, we're talking it can be anywhere, 8 months, 6 months. It really depends. And something like this, definitely, it took some time and some planning and some thinking. So it does take a while. Yeah, some people think we just go up, done, but it's absolutely it's not that situation.
Lunar Vamp in the chats wants to know, can we see the back of the piece? Are we able to turn it, or what can we reveal to the collectors?
Give it a quick turn here.
And check out those angles. Check out the flow of the cape while we're turning it. It's just so beautiful. This is something that you might even want to have on a turntable if you can. So cool. Look at all those details. And then Lunar Vamp also wants to know, was this design taken from a comic, or was it a free sculpt, kind of just a
No, it was just
jam?
Inspired by the ever-going battle that Batman has with the Joker. We also wanted to make it to where it didn't look like, who was winning. It's like you decide, choose your own adventure, basically. We definitely didn't want to bias to, who is winning. Batman's coming down on Joker, but Joker has the detonator. Who knows? Did he detonate the floor? I don't know. Is he going to detonate a bomb somewhere else? Who knows? So there's the interaction is, basically figure it out. Which one do you bias to?
And I love getting the sense of no matter what happens and shakes out, they're going to be back at this again next week. You know, that's why it's called Eternal Enemies.
They're not going anywhere.
And speaking of, there is an exclusive edition of this piece. It is up for pre-order on our website right now, but this is the Batman vs. Joker Eternal Enemies premium format figure and a highly limited exclusive accessory. We've got a nameplate here that is featuring the title treatment of the piece, Eternal Enemies, an extra added display piece for your collection. We got a little bit of the ha-has representing the Joker side and the bat sculpt also representing Batman. And this is going to be a unique piece in your collection because it will be able to hold the added accessory of whatever is not in the Joker's hand. He has a Joker fish, but it can be swapped out with a pop gun as well. So that will be a really cool added accessory piece. I think we have a closer picture of that and the portraits on the characters if we want to just flash those really quick. So you guys can see, especially with the dynamic, the really cool pose, making sure that the characters are looking at each other as well in a way that is unique to the viewer, but also makes sense within the world of the piece. And that was just one of the many Herculean tasks that the artists, had to undertake for this, which you guys will be able to see in that full video feature later today. But this exclusive nameplate, highly limited edition, it will only be available for a little while. This piece just went up for pre-order today, so if you want to get that in your collection, you're going to want to act quickly. Now, is there anything else you want people to take away from this, or let them discover it for themselves?
I think they can discover it for themselves. I mean, like I said, there's a lot there. It's impressive. It's definitely going to be a standout in the collection.
Yes, this is something you build the shelf around, Well, thank you so much for joining us, Anthony. We hope you guys enjoyed that. And again, you'll get to check out the insights on that round table later today on our YouTube channel. You can check out this and all the other products that are being featured on our show at side.show/BDayLive. But next up, Guy Klender and I are going to take a closer look at a pair of art prints that goes perfectly with this premium format figure. So thank you so much. Stick around and we'll be right back. All right, you guys got to see even more of that premium format figure, and I promise you that's not even all of the details on that piece. I was discovering stuff as we were standing up there, and so I'm super glad we got to see Anthony Mestis and talk a little bit more about that piece. But we're keeping the Batman love going.
We are, and we're going to do that with a giveaway.
Yes, we are. You're going to enter with the hashtag #BatmanSpaceIAgree for a chance to win the Batman fine art print by Ian McDonald and Alex Pasenko. Now, this is a long sold out piece that complements one of our previous Batman premium format figures. I think we got a picture of it right there. Yes, that is the Batman fine art print by Ian McDonald and Alex Pasenko. So enter in the YouTube chats for your chance to win. Hashtag #BatmanSpaceIAgree. And remember, you're agreeing to the terms and conditions at side.show/contest.
All right, now, Amy, talking about art prints, we've got a pair here. And I really dig on this. I like the fact that there are the two of them, and it's kind of from each person's perspective. We get that Batman hand gripping onto the Joker there, and in the Joker Batman one, he's kind of grabbing him. But my question would be whether I put them right next to each other like this or on opposite walls. The ways you could do it. In there. Wow. The open mouths as well. Both of them have kind of a very primal look to them. There's some intense, intense rivalry, as we know, and it's really, really done well here.
Oh yes, this is a fabulous set. These are both available individually and as a set. This is the Batman versus Joker, and then the Joker versus Batman Eternal Enemies fine art prints. These are by Ian McDonald, and like I said, you can get the Giclée version. There's a limited edition of 300 paper versions of the print, and you can get them individually or as a set together. There is an option to buy them as a set. And then there is a canvas variant for each one, limited to an edition size of only 50 pieces.
Absolutely. Can we get a close-up on one of these prints? Because you talked about that canvas, and what I like about the design on this is you can almost see those brushstrokes. So I can only imagine how great this would look done in that canvas.
Oh yeah, Ian McDonald's artwork is so fabulous. You may have seen him from our Critical Role collection. He's done DC, he's done Marvel, he's done a ton of stuff with our art print program. But yes, that signature brushstroke style is amazing. And if you're looking for both or either of these prints, you can go to side.show/bdaylive. Again, those are going to be available for you there. And what we are standing here with is the custom framed edition of these prints. They will come with a framing grade acrylic that goes over the front, but we don't have that here in the studio right now. But it comes with the custom double matte design, the mounted in the frame with a hanger, and it's easy to display. You just have to pick where you put it on your wall. All the guesswork is taken out of it for you. And these make such a fabulous set together. I don't see how you could separate them.
No, I really don't. I mean, unless you were going to maybe put them in different rooms of the house. Like, is the Joker more something you put in the kitchen and Batman's more of a dining room? I don't know. There's so many cool things going on about this. I really, again, both of them, even though Batman is that kind of white-eyed look there's an intensity to both of them.
Check out the spit trail on the Joker's mouth. I mean, that is one of my favorite hallmarks of a good action image or illustration, is how much spit is flying out of the mouth. I love the way he's egging Batman on to give him one more good punchline as well.
Exactly. The look in the eye, I mean, yes, he's getting hit, but he seems to know what's going on or what his next gag may be.
Yeah, you know, maybe Batman doesn't have the upper hand. We don't know. He's got the joy buzzer in Batman's side of the portrait as well. So there are a ton of details to pour over with this. And again, they are sold separately from the premium format figure, but they make such a fabulous addition to any Batman display. We love being able to do these types of art prints with, in collaboration, you know, with the product development team for the three-dimensional work, so that you can have the added storytelling in your collection as well, like that.
Now, you said we don't know who would win in a battle between these, but what we do know is that we have a winner for the Batman art piece, and that is Chris Battle in the chat. So congratulations, Chris. You're seeing right there on the screen the Batman print that will soon be in your home.
Congratulations, Chris Battle. You battled it out with our other collectors. But again, that is not the only giveaway that we have going on. You guys are going to want to stay tuned, and don't forget, side.show/bdaylive is where you're going to find everything that we're featuring on this show for Sideshow's 30th birthday extravaganza. Today is just day one of this event, but we've got so much stuff left to show you in this live show. Speaking of, up next, we're going to take it to the Marvel Universe with a classic comic book character. We're going to take a closer look at Elektra, and then we're going to have her on display for you guys to ask questions about and see closer.
Let's see. And we're back.
We are back. We went to Hell's Kitchen for our birthday cake, and we found Elektra taking on a cluster of ninjas. This is our Elektra premium format figure. You guys got to see a little bit of the painting process behind that in our last break there, but we are so excited to have this piece here in the studio now for you to see.
Absolutely, and we're going to start with a little bit of a close-up. Why don't we go right down to the base, because that begins to tell the story in a lot of these statues. But for me, what it starts is this cyclone style, this almost wind whipping up. We get that right down at the bottom with those ninjas all around there, all of the assassins that are after her.
They're emerging from some smoke.
Exactly, and we see the you see the kind of curls in that, the curled movement of them and their horde. Then the ribbons along the waist there, and then right up into the hair. All of that spin kind of going throughout.
I love, that is the connection point, is her knee in that guy's back, and he looks like he's really feeling it. I didn't know she did chiropractic as well, but that is some serious, like, ouch right there.
Absolutely. And around that point of hit there is really some great sculpt. We see the kind of folds as her knee pushes that fabric forward as it wallops it. And we're seeing those folds all the way throughout. We're also seeing a lot of texture. Down there in their outfit, and the texture on that is very different than the texture on her suit.
Yes, so I love the way that our artists have emerged this from, the comic book world, and so we've got the really smooth look to her classic red costume, and then we are seeing the different kind of rough fabric textures sculpted into these demon assassins that she is fighting as well. So you've got a nice variation going on that really kind of evokes more textured comic book art versus the kind of sleek classic look as well. Now this piece stands about 24 inches tall, and then the base has a nice kind of square feel to it. It's got a 13-inch wide by 13-inch deep look, and you're also getting all of these beautiful pops of color with the metallics on the silver weapons, as well as the gold horns and teeth of those demon assassins.
Yeah, and those guys, that red that they're in is a little deeper, a little darker, but more of a matte color, and then she kind of comes into that smooth and the gloss. I like her expression as well on this. It's very confident, and as though this is something she does all the time, and this is just another group of people she has to deal with.
Yes, it's just another day in the Marvel Universe, and this statue was sculpted by an artist named Danko, who we are working with. So this is really exciting to have this Elektra piece here. Love the swoop in her hair with that kind of blue highlight to liven up the dark colors like the comic book classic highlights. And if you guys have any questions about this or other pieces that we are showing on the show, don't forget to shout them out. We've got a question from @MichaelH. How many ninjas are there on this piece? That's a great question.
Okay, how many? Okay, this is going to require a counting segment. All right, so let's begin here. I've got 1 right here, 2 right here, 3 right by her side there, 4, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you know what? In the middle there's 3 and 4. And number 5 of the. This is a lot. Okay.
There are 5 ninjas.
Yes, one for each day of the week. One to celebrate the Monday through Friday of Sideshow's 30th birthday extravaganza. A ninja for each day.
That's her 9 to 5 in Hell's Kitchen.
That's what she's doing.
I love that so much. And it comes pretty close to the Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six premium format figure we saw last month.
Yes.
With 7 total characters. So this is 6 total characters here. Love that, and just love the details going on throughout this piece. If you've got a Daredevil in your collection or you've got any of our Elektra art prints, this would make a great addition. Lots of fun dynamic movement in this piece. Again, another piece that would do really well on a turntable because you've got all of the assailants. And I love that each of them has a different weapon, or most of them have unique weapons as well. There's one that I want to call out on the base here. This one.
Oh, yeah.
What the heck?
What is that?
What is
In
this?
the chats, if you know what this weapon is called, if you have that, let us know.
We've got Sai, we've got Katana, and then we've got this dagger that's got like 3 other little daggers coming out of it.
It can't be called pointy stabby thing, but it definitely is one. When we're there, we're talking about all of the paintwork on that. The hair and everything else, all is done with that wonderful shadow.
Yes, this is such a really cool piece in your collection. Again, if you've got any of our other kind of street level Marvel heroes, or you just want to add a pop of red to your Marvel collection, this is available for pre-order on our website right now. And again, you can find her at side.show/BDayLive.
Now, speaking of pops of red and big things, we've got a video coming up, don't we?
Yes, we're going to show you guys a closer look at the Hulk collection that we just revealed, so you guys can see that up close and see how many Hulks there are in the collection.
Let's take a look.
Well, those guys are a little bit too angry for a birthday celebration, but we're excited to feature them anyways. We've got that classic Hulk you guys got to see. That is up for pre-order on our website right now. And then we got Thunderbolt Ross, the Red Hulk. That is a Sideshow retailer exclusive, so if you have a local store that sells Sideshow collectibles, you can go to them and ask them to order that piece for you. It is a great way to support local businesses, especially ones that carry all of your favorite Sideshow products. You can find, there's a store locator on our website as well if you're not sure who is able to get that piece for you, but you want to check out and find your local retailer if you want to get that Red Hulk. As for the gray and that other green Hulk, you guys are just going to have to wait to find out. Those are, for our 30th anniversary, but we'll tell you a little bit more about those later this year, so you'll want to stay tuned about adding those Hulks to your collection as well.
My question is, did Hulk make the jorts fashionable? Was he the first person to wear jorts? I think so, right?
Maybe.
Absolutely. What else I think it's time for another giveaway.
All right, let's get to it.
Absolutely. In the chat, you are going to enter hashtag Clone Wars space I agree. Now, this one we're doing real fun. You're going to have Anakin and Obi-Wan. One of you is going to win Anakin. The other is going to win Obi-Wan.
All right, so we're going to have two separate winners for this. Again, use the hashtag Clone Wars space I agree to enter for your chance to win one of this fabulous Jedi duo.
Amy, but that's not all. That's not all they win. Everybody needs a bad guy to go with it. So what we're going to do is we're also going to throw in for the winner of each of these your 6-scale General Grievous. Look at the size of this guy.
That's a fine addition to my collection if I ever saw one.
Absolutely, and a fine addition to your collection. Amy already told you how to enter there in the chats,
Wow.
and you are going to have figures aplenty.
All right, so that is going to be two winners. One winner will be taking home Obi-Wan and Grievous, and the other will be taking home Anakin and Grievous. So again, hashtag Clone Wars in the chats. And that enters you to win either of them. Our moderators will pull the winners, but that is super exciting. And then you're halfway to a full Clone Wars collection at that point.
Absolutely, it's really fun when we looked at Joker and Batman and putting them together and having those battles. When you get two of your 6-scale figures and you put those in battle poses together, it's a lot of fun. It's absolutely a lot of fun, and so. Be entering in the chats. Also in the chats, ask your questions, have your comments. Amy and I want to try and answer anything we can for you. It's fun, and we've still got a lot of show going.
Yes, so if you are just joining us or you tuned in a little bit later, this is Sideshow's 30th birthday extravaganza. We're celebrating our 30th anniversary this entire year, but this week, and every March we celebrate our birthday. This week we're doing a full week of exciting events just to celebrate that 30th anniversary birthday. So we've got, giveaways, deals, reveals, all of that exciting stuff. We've even got an event schedule. The day started today at 9 a.m. with our kickoff show in the Sideshow social network, which again, you can find at side.show/join us. You're watching the 11 a.m., a little bit past that now, Sideshow live on our YouTube channel. If you missed out on tuning in right when we launched, you'll always want to make sure that you're subscribed and you have notifications enabled. There are some giveaway challenges going on later today. There's giveaways all throughout our social media. At 1 p.m. in the social network group, there is a trivia competition. And at 5 p.m., we'll have a wrap-up show today in the Geek group on Facebook, side.show/geek group. The 5 p.m. wrap-up show happens every day, and that is the best way to get a recap on what you missed. Whether or not you were tuned in, there's always a little bit of FOMO involved if you find out something you missed, but then that's your inspiration to tune in the next day. We've got the full schedule for the event at side.show/bdaylive, and it's not too late to register for the event, which is totally free and gets you $5 in Sideshow rewards for your Sideshow account, which can be used on future purchases, including maybe some of those deals that we've got coming up later in the show.
Absolutely. We're giving away $5. We're giving away we're giving away figures. We're giving away the house. And that's what you do. That's the way we're going to celebrate birthdays, right? Is by giving other people gifts. Like to Kyle Hilbrand. We are going to be giving that individual the Anakin and Grievous. So congratulations to Kyle.
Congratulations. Yeah, Kyle Hilbrand. Our moderators in the chats will help you claim that prize. And the winner of our Obi-Wan and Grievous is Ansel 2006. Ansel 2006 on YouTube. Congratulations, you're taking home Obi-Wan and Grievous, and you can have them saying hello there in your collection very soon.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations. Wow. 30 years, Amy. Now, yes, these are Star Wars pieces, but Sideshow has done a lot of original pieces, things that have just come from the mind of the artists.
Yes, it's one thing, you know, we're all geeks and we love our favorite fandoms, but also we have so many brilliant storytellers and artists and people who are just full of incredible ideas and other, want to homage pop culture in their own ways. And so Sideshow's had a long history of doing really fun, original ideas, a little bit kooky, a little bit crazy. That's what defines us here. So we've got an amazing video premiere here of a spotlight on 30 years of Sideshow Originals. So we hope you guys will enjoy watching this video premiere here. Very excited to see things. You know, we've got some Court of the Dead. We've got some The Dead, if you throw it all the way back.
Got all kinds of fun stuff.
We'll let you guys see what's going on in that video, and we'll join you shortly.
Everything we've done at Sideshow, at one point, was an original. Someone's idea that they visualized, created, and turned into something. That was what Sideshow's genesis was all about.
We were all pop culture fans, and that love just can't be contained in any one brand or property. We really wanted to add to that dialogue, add to pop culture pantheon, and really bring our own characters and stories out into the world.
We started our Originals line in 2005 with a Comic-Con exclusive Patient Zero, a zombie figure 1/6 scale.
This line was really cool because it was our first avenue into expressing ourselves with our own characters.
You talk about creating a figure and creating a world, but when you come to the actual process of making a figure, they're inextricably linked.
Zombie, get it.
We would write stories, there'd be blogs, there'd be a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
There's so much landscape we can cover. The fact that you weren't tied to anything, you could really explore any avenue, which led us to ask, what should we make next?
I think we all grew up watching movies of dinosaurs and playing with little toy dinosaurs when we were young.
To all of a sudden be working at a place where we're producing really cool, almost museum-esque versions of these dinosaurs, it was awesome.
There was a sense of trying to achieve a credible authenticity while at the same time having a really open palette to express character.
Part of it was storytelling, even with some of these fighting each other.
We definitely looked at these as actual animals, and we took a snapshot of daily life.
In that, we brought in a few people that were well-versed in both the science and were accomplished artists.
So after building out collections, the Dead and Dinosauria, we moved off to do singular kind of one-off characters.
There was Blackbeard the Pirate, Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday, Jack the Ripper.
All these characters that loom large throughout history.
I think we were always trying to put pressure on how far could we go and where could we end up.
What is this character known for? Can we take that and bring it to the next level?
It was truly a time of freedom in designing pieces, brainstorming. There would be days where somebody would just come in and throw out what you would think would be some kind of wacky idea or something, and some aspects of that would stick or be incorporated into originals.
The Reaper General piece that we did was a fairly colossal original. It was the biggest, most ambitious project that we had done for originals to that point. The original piece still sits in my office to this day as one of those artifacts that our 30-year history has created.
The Grim Reaper, who became Demethiel, the Reaper General, that was really the first figure that was the foundation of the Court of the Dead property.
Vast set of characters.
Dark fantasy.
Heavy metal Dungeons and Dragons set in hell.
The Court of the Dead was really the product of Tom Gilliland and his imagination.
Not only did we do statues and move into 6-scale formats, but we were able to do graphic novels and webcomics, officially licensed jewelry, and it just continued to grow from there.
We went bigger and better in building out that property than anything we had done before then.
I think a lot of that, for a lot of us, really kind of culminated at Comic-Con when we had just that beautiful Court of the Dead display. And just walking through there and knowing, you know, there's a real sense of pride there of creating all of these things.
The studio now has this wonderful opportunity to let innumerable other creatives also express similar passion projects.
The story doesn't stop where Sideshow leaves off. I hope that the collector picks up that story and continues and builds on that in their own mythology.
It's beyond something that's sitting in your living room or on your shelf somewhere.
To see that impact feels like we're really doing something very special.
All right, we hope you guys enjoyed that closer look at Sideshow Originals. I know that our video team has been working really hard on that. All the folks who did interviews for that. You know, there's probably about 2 hours worth of me talking about Court of the Dead in there that they couldn't include, but you guys can see that full video again at side.show/bdaylive. Man, like,
there was so much in there. You talked about the Court of the Dead. I remember being in San Diego for the con and, you know, walking in, and here was this, what is all of this? And it was all of this new storytelling.
Well, that was the year I discovered Sideshow, actually, and I didn't know Sideshow. I knew Court of the Dead, and then later kind of found it through the website and was like, oh, cool. I had that Cure, the product page for Cure bookmarked on my computer for years. I was like, oh, that's the one I want.
It's really neat to see those. I like looking back at some of the original statues that I thankfully still have in my collection. The Vlad the Impaler is still on display in the house, as well as the Blackbeard statue.
Oh, wow. If you guys have any of the Sideshow Originals or you have a favorite of the collections, I know the Dinosauria is extremely popular as well. Shout it out in the comments. We totally want to hear what you guys love, because I love hearing about that stuff. I wish I had, but I don't have any of the dead zombies, because I'm a big zombie person. My grandfather was in a zombie movie, and so it just one of those things where I love seeing those, and I love seeing the artistic inspirations, the portrait likenesses sometimes, and just the way that they created those original characters that was clearly just, you know, a love and homage towards the whole zombie apocalypse genre.
What I like is how we just glossed over the fact that her grandfather was in a zombie movie.
He was just an extra zombie, but, you know, that's...
every zombie counts.
Every zombie
counts.
Yes, but there is just so much story and history. And you guys got to see some of the latest Originals pieces, too. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw, there was a teaser in there for something that's coming up, but we even got to go all the way through Pulp Vixens and our Frankenstein's monster statue. Now, clearly, horror has been part of Sideshow's lifeblood for years and years, for 30 years, in fact. And now we've got the ongoing giveaway for this Frankenstein. That'll run through Sunday. You can enter for a chance to win at side.show/bdaylive. But what many people might not know is one of Sideshow's very first products, you know, under the Sideshow Inc. banner, was a Frankenstein piece. Now, this was Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein. This was an 8th scale model kit, and we wanted to just show you guys this piece of Sideshow history because it's something that we're so excited about, we're still so proud of, and very inspired by, and it basically set the tone for all the decades that followed.
Absolutely. Now, this came in pieces. This was a grayscale model kit that you got, and you had to trim and you know, dry fit to make sure it was going to go right, and then you had to do the difficult part, which was painting it to look like that, which mine didn't look anything like that.
Yes, so what you guys are seeing is the finished prototype. This was painted by Tom Gilliland and is still proudly on display in the Sideshow offices. But this piece really kind of was the nexus of what Sideshow would become between the artist collaborations, not only in the studio, but with artists that we love, legendary people like Bernie Wrightson, like Alex Ross, like Adi Granov, and all the other artists we've had the privilege of working with. But like you said, it came unpainted and unassembled for the model kit hobbyists. And so that really also inspired us to go, how can we further this collection? How can we further, you know, this experience for the fans at home and deliver the finished good? And that became the process of the premium formats that we know today and, you know, the other statues and maquettes that you guys have seen. Bringing you as close as possible to that finished experience. You know, you get the unboxing, and that's always fun, and there are pieces to put together. But this really, just is just a really cool piece of Sideshow history. And I want to throw it back to the fact that back in '97, when that was up for order, you had to call in to order. You could also fax in your order, if you know what that is.
Yes, you could fax it in at that point. Or if you happened to be at a live show, there was someone with a clipboard and you filled it out on, I believe it was 3-copy paper.
Ooh.
The yellow is yours to take home. And I still have each and every one of those pieces of paper.
But, I mean, it's hard to think about. Before a fully shoppable sideshow.com that our web team takes such good care of, and, you can pre-order, you can check your full account, see your reward points, see what's shipping and what's pending. You had to call in to order on the dedicated phone line.
Absolutely. You had to paint it yourself. Now you don't. It's all taken care of. Take a look at this Frankenstein statue, and the paint on this is absolutely spectacular.
Yes,
I love it.
I would love to know if any of the fans watching right now have any of those classic Sideshow model kits. If you do, shout it out. Put it in on one of our social media groups. We'd love to see that as well. But if you don't, again, you can enter for a chance to win this new Frankenstein's monster statue at side.show/bdaylive. But there is a full discussion with Tom Gilliland and Robin Selvaggi and just a lot of behind-the-scenes looks at that Bernie Wrightson piece, including the original box art, which they painted the prototype and took the photos for the box promotion. And back in those days, Photoshop was a lot slower. I'll let Robin tell you about that. But you can check out the full blog feature at side.show/blog or side.shows/bdaylive, because we've got a handy little widget there for you guys. But I had a lot of fun talking with the team that was here from day one with Sideshow and learning a bit more about that piece and how much everybody here just loves what Bernie Wrightson contributed to pop culture. So you can check that out. I'd really love for you guys to learn a little bit more about Sideshow history. And throughout this year, we might be featuring even more looks back for our 30th anniversary. I think the next one we want to do is maybe the first premium format figures that ever came to be. So stay tuned for that. But you can find that at side.show/bdaylive. And just enjoy a walk down memory lane with us.
All right, we're going to go from the creepy to the crawly. A brand new piece by Hot Toys, the web crawler himself, Spider-Man. Take a look at this.
All right, so now we're going to flip over and show you guys some new stuff from Hot Toys. That Superior Suit Spider-Man is available for pre-order on our website right now, and it is based on the Spider-Man 2 video game. But if you're a comic book fan, that is a really cool thing to see as well, that Superior Spider-Man era brought to life in an amazing Hot Toys figure.
Absolutely. And they've expanded the collection from Ahsoka. We got to see Padawan Ahsoka.
Oh, I love that. I just love
it's really
seeing
cool.
her.
And that's, of course, going to be with those seamless arms and the moving eyes. It's going to be really neat to have her there. There you see her with that Captain Rex already from the collection. And then Balin and Shin are now making an appearance as well. A wonderful beard on a 6-scale figure. I like that look of the knights and the armor that he has in there. Of course, your lightsabers are mandatory. And then the last one that we're seeing from the collection that's been added is Amy's favorite for today
is the Mando Super Commando, or the Mandalorian Super Commander. This is one of Darth Maul's insurgents. They've got the really cool Zabrak-styled Mando helmets for the Siege of Mandalore, of course, so you can add that to your Clone Wars collection and to the Ahsoka collection and really just have a unique look. And I love the way that they're paired up there with Darth Maul. You're seeing a lot of those companion figures. They are sold separately, but again, side.show/bdaylive to find everything that has been featured on this show if you want to get those pre-ordered for your collection. And remember, the importance of pre-ordering is, it's paramount, because when these pieces come in stock, sometimes they might not last long, and sometimes they go to waitlist before they are even in stock. And the waitlist is never a guarantee, so a pre-order is the best way to guarantee. Let us know what you want to have in your collection, and once you pre-order it, it's coming to you. as soon as possible.
It draws you in. It's almost magnetic. And speaking of that, from Hono Studios, we got to see Magneto. This is their second in their brand new line of figures.
Yes, pairs perfectly with the Wolverine. We already got to see them debut. Look at that. There we go.
Boom. And he has magnetic hands and a posable cape. And something that Amy and I really are enjoying, and I know Amy is desperately trying to figure out just what comic to display. On the back, their stand actually has a comic book holder. So you can choose what edition you want to put behind it.
Yes, I love that they included the Jim Lee X-Men cover. Of course, if you've got all those connecting variants, now's their time to shine because you can put that amazing Magneto cover up and behind the display of this Hono Studio Magneto piece. Highly encourage you guys to check out all the Hono Studio releases, and they even teased a Thor coming soon, which I know I'm waiting for that one. But those X-Men pieces are phenomenal, and they have entry grade pricing. They're intended to ship within this year, and you can check out all the awesome features that they are integrating to those Hono Studio pieces.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of X-Men
and Metal and
Metal and all of that.
Iron Studios.
As we have Iron Studios is doing some X-Men.
Yes, it's the return of Saturday morning cartoons this week. We've got the Iron Studios X-Men 97 collection. These are pieces sold separately, but I do believe we've got Rogue, Gambit, and Cyclops. So we're going to take a closer look at these awesome 10th scale statues for you, done up in that classic X-Men 97 style. All that's left is for you to supply the theme song. So you guys can see we've got the Raging Cajun Gambit, we've got Cyclops, fearless leader, ready to release a concussive I-beam, and then we've got Rogue, of course, ready to absorb some powers and be a little bit tortured about it. She looks great in that bomber jacket, and love the classic white hair, the big, the big voluminous look from the 90s there. So that is a collection, each sold separately from Iron Studios, but you can check them all out at side.show/BDayLive.
And next, from our partners at 3-0, we got to see two new pieces from Fallout. They've been doing some great Fallout pieces, and this is the Nuka-Cola version of the T-51.
This one is so cool. You got to see all of those armor pieces there in that initial loadout. You've got so much that you can do with this figure in terms of pose and display.
Exactly. Fully posable, and you're going to have that unhelmeted portrait. The cool thing is, when you get this figure and you go to unbox it, it is this unhelmeted guy in that suit, and then you become kind of the armorer and place them all over it. It's really a neat way to do it.
And this is a great thing to grab before that Fallout show hits on Amazon Prime. I know I'm super excited to see how they realized all of that in live action, but this is the T-51 Power Armor Nuka-Cola version.
I think the Nuka-Cola one is the thing that really makes me go, okay, I got to have this one. I got to have this one.
It's just so refreshing.
Absolutely. The other I just got to have is from my favorite current streaming show from Netflix is the Stranger Things. And now we have all the kids. They've been announced. Now we have Chief Hopper.
Yes, and this is harkening back to season 1, I believe.
Yes.
So we've got, I love the aviators he comes with, but he's coming with, some of his essential police chief accessories. Got the great hat. There's the aviators.
There we go.
Love that look. And this makes a perfect addition if you do have any of the kids from Stranger Things. I love, again, seeing the scales of that collection because we've got, the youngins before they've grown up and been through so many summers of mischief. With them. But this is, if you're anticipating the return of Stranger Things, which I know I am, you'll want to grab Chief Jim Hopper from 3-0.
Absolutely. I am very, very excited about that one. I have definitely pre-ordered it. Now, once you pre-order and you wait and you wait and you wait, then it ships to you.
Yes, and that is, again, the importance of pre-ordering. So if you've got any of these pieces on pre-order, they are coming your way very soon. First up, we've got the Wonder Woman Saving the Day premium format figure, a fantastic addition to any DC Comics collection. You guys can see the full unboxing video for her on our YouTube channel as well. But this is shipping very, very soon. So if you've got her ready to go, make sure you clear your shelf space, and Wonder Woman is ready to save the day in your collection.
So many cool things come with it. And from our Arkham collection,
Arsham.
The Arsham. Sorry, Daniel Arsham. We got to see.
We already went to Arkham.
We already went there. From our Daniel Arsham collection is going to be our R2-D2, the second in the collection. If you have C-3PO, well, you need his partner.
Yes, this is the Crystallized Relics collection, a beautiful look at these timeless icons of pop culture ravaged by, the erosion of time and these unique crystalline growths. So you can bring home R2-D2. And yes, you have to have the Protocol and Astromech droids in your collection. So that is shipping very soon. Comes with very nice, I believe, white gloves to handle the piece as well. Very luxe experience, befitting the Arsham X Star Wars collection as well.
They're really fun and unique, kind of a new storytelling style.
Yeah, just a very, very unique, again, just making it look like it is a piece from a galaxy far, far away from a long time ago. But it's this, eternal icon of pop culture.
Absolutely. Now, we've got to see some reveals. We've done some giveaways, but it's time to talk deals.
Yes, we got to complete the rhyme on the deals and reveals.
Absolutely. If we weren't doing all the pieces, that would be the thing in the chats. What the heck? And so right now we've got deals running for our 30th birthday extravaganza, and these are going to be specific items at 30% off.
Yes, 30 for 30. So you guys can check that out at side.show/B-Day Live. Select in-stock product, you'll take 30% off, only in honor of our birthday, and these deals will switch out every day of the event. So today's Monday, this event runs all the way through Friday. You guys can check that out with those continuing deals. 30% off because we are 30 and nerdy and thriving, and we want to celebrate our birthday with you. And hopefully, you can add to your Sideshow collection, or if you're just joining us and you want to start a Sideshow collection, here's to the next 30 years. You can grab something at a discount, register for our event, get those $5 in rewards, and then jump on those birthday deals. But that's not all.
No, when she's talking about that each day there's going to be a different deal. Sideshow Daily does deals all the time, up to 50% off. But the important thing to know about this is a 24-hour period, and then they're done, and all new ones start.
Yep, again, that daily means daily, and that is midnight on the dot Pacific time. And these deals can range up to 50% off. You'll find all your favorite fandoms, different scales, and manufacturers there. So again, it's worth checking back every single day because you never know what you're going to find. Past the birthday event, you can check it out at side.show/deals. But again, side.show/B-Day Live, your one-stop shop for everything that we have featured on the show today. But if you don't believe us about the seriousness of how fast those daily deals can go, we do have a little feature video here explaining our daily deals program for you, and then we'll be right back.
Every 24 hours, pop culture collectors and fans find exclusive daily deals up to 50% off. But after that time, those deals disappear forever. The clock is ticking. Daily deals at Sideshow. What will you add to your collection?
Well, as you guys got to see earlier, there are so many different types of Sideshow Originals. And again, we've still got that ongoing giveaway for Frankenstein, side.show/B-Day Live. And that's going to be running all the way through Sunday, the 24th of March here, so you can enter for your chance to win. But we want to do another giveaway before we're done here today.
Absolutely. To enter in the chats, #SideshowSpaceIagree. We're going to have 2 winners.
Yes, one lucky winner is going to be taking home our Dragon Slayer Warrior Forged in Flame statue, and another will be taking home the Bounty Hunter Galactic Gun for Hire statue. So again, enter in the chats live right now, #SideshowSpaceIagree. And that agreeing is the terms and conditions at side.show/contest. Now, I had a little bit of a hand helping out with some of these pieces. I wish I had any of the artistic skill, but I got to help with the storytelling on these pieces. If you check out their product pages on our website, they all have like back of the VHS cover kind of style stories that explains what's going on in the base, and just a little bit more about these originals characters. So you can check those out on the product page. But it's just fun to have a hand in helping name them and kind of come up with the conceptualized stories for them. So that's just one of the
I love that you did that.
The many facets of what goes into creating these originals, from the artwork to the concept to the written up descriptions.
So you're right there working with the artists as well on that. So when you talked earlier and we were talking all about how you create a story, all of the people that are involved in that, to creating the backstory of this, I love that you did that.
Yeah, well, Sideshow here, we're all just a bunch of geeks. We love telling our favorite stories, whether it is characters you know and love or characters that we know and love in our heads and want to introduce you to. And I think that's just some of the beauty of that, and really encapsulated by the originals and what we got to see earlier with the Frankenstein throwback to Bernie Wrightson.
Now you're watching us on YouTube, and Amy, we just surpassed 300,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Just in time for our 30th anniversary.
Absolutely. Just adding a few zeros, but we're adding another giveaway.
Ooh.
And we are going to be doing the Batman 6-scale figure from the Batman by Hot Toys. A very sought after figure, considered by many to be the figure of the year. And if you go to B-Day Live, you're going to be able to enter right there.
Side.show/B-Day Live to check out the Batman giveaway. That's amazing.
It's really, I love that figure. I lucked out. I got to do a few behind the scenes videos on that.
Nice. Well, you know, I'm a words girl. I'm not so much of a math girl, but I do love the addition of other giveaways. That's my favorite kind of math.
Absolutely. Okay, you talked about your favorite kind of things. We looked at a lot today. We did.
Yes, we did.
Is there a standout? One that you go, oh, it was this one?
You know, just seeing all of the Batman versus Joker pieces we had. So starting with that premium format, the Batman versus Joker Eternal Enemies premium format figure, seeing all of the love and attention and, you know, dynamic that went into sculpting this, not only in the physical sculpt, but behind the scenes as well. You guys will get to see, again, that full roundtable video on our YouTube later today. And you've got that hyper limited exclusive piece with that really cool nameplate that will be able to hold the Joker's swap out accessory.
That's one of the things I think is really neat about that. I love that it has kind of the nameplate and a really unique design, but the fact that it's functional like that.
Yes, that's another thing that the artists are always thinking of, evolving the collecting experience. And what are you going to do with that extra piece that you can or can't swap out? So you've got the pop gun swap out hand or the Joker fish that you can display with that really cool nameplate. I mean, it almost makes it look like a museum piece, you know?
Yeah.
You've got, this is the official name of the piece, and that is a hyper limited exclusive edition, only available for a limited time, but that did go up for pre-order today, so if you want to get that in your collection. And thanks again to Anthony Mestas for coming to talk to us about that. I mean, he did the awesome roundtable video, so you get to hear his insights there, but answering questions, showing you guys just what it took to bring that piece to life and to the studio as well.
Absolutely.
Awesome
Absolutely.
to hear from the artist.
You talked about the fish, and when we were looking at it being turned around, there's like a second fish. As he said, there's so many hidden things. The cards being weapons, the paint scheme that's actually the back of a playing card like that. There's so much going on with that yes, I'm buying the piece, I want the exclusive proximity piece, and then I want the really good turntable.
And the matching art prints that we got to see by Ian McDonald as well.
Those are, yeah, like I said, my difficulty with that is next to each other or on opposing walls.
Well, when fans get those in their collections, they'll have to let us know, because either way, you can't go wrong. They are available individually, but also as a set if you want to complete the full Eternal Enemies collection there. Now, did you have a favorite out of everything we covered today?
You know, I did, and I absolutely loved the Batman pieces, but it's a birthday, and every birthday party needs a clown, and getting to see Pennywise, I remember watching this on TV. I remember being scared beyond belief, and my parents going, why did you watch that? Why did we let him watch that? I think it's still a conversation had in my house. With the swap out portraits, that soft hair, with the unique hands for like holding the balloons, or just Curry's unique mannerisms throughout that, because he really made that character his own. He deferred from the book and did his own kind of style.
Well, and it's amazing, going back to what Anthony said, you know, about the dynamic and the weight of things, the way that the balloon accessory for Pennywise looks so weightless in his hand, and even that cluster of other balloons you got to see in the slideshow, it just looks incredible, and I can't wait for fans to have that in their collection. It's super creepy.
It is. And what Amy was talking about, that like those balloons, you can have some in here, and it's here, have this cute yellow one, and then of course the teeth come out and everything goes hick.
Then it's just a bad time.
Then it's just rough.
You know, I think a lot of geeks probably have a formative movie experience they watched like way too young. For me, that was Scream. I watched Scream, the cold open of Scream way too young, and I was like traumatized by that. But you know.
And now you don't pick up any phone.
No, yeah. Oh, no.
Absolutely
not.
not.
Especially when it's all spam and television. That's the real horror.
That's the really scary part of those phone calls.
Yes. Well, we even covered some more exciting pieces. We saw that amazing Hulk collection from our Marvel lineup, with the classic Hulk available for pre-order right now, plus that really exciting retailer exclusive Red Hulk that is Thunderbolt Ross, you know, a great, fabulous character in the Hulk family. So if you are looking to get that piece specifically, that is a retailer exclusive. We encourage you to support your local Sideshow retailers, and you can find out more about that then on our website. And then you can check out, coming later this year, we'll have that gray Hulk, and we'll have that gamma green variant as well. So you'll find out a little bit more about those. But if you have to get those in your collection right now, Classic Hulk is up for pre-order right now. Red Hulk is a retailer exclusive. And you can see those at side.show/B-Day Live. We also got to see Elektra from our Marvel collection, and we did a ninja count on all 5 ninjas that she is facing down in Hell's Kitchen. A really cool design and lots of action going on in this piece, harkening back to a classic Marvel character. And I just, again, those hair ribbons and the kind of sash on her belt, so essential to get that movement in there with her deadly strikes as well.
Savior of Hell's Kitchen and amateur chiropractor.
Yeah, you know, the look on that one demon's face who's getting the knee to the back, I agree with that guy. That's an ouch.
That's an ouchie. That's an ouchie. That is hazard pay. You're going to talk to your boss about that. You're talking to somebody.
Oh, I wonder what Marvel villain hazard pay is like. It's probably not the greatest.
I don't know. A henchman HR department would be a very unique place to go in the Marvel universe. Call us. Let us know exactly how they do that.
Yes, so now we've got some winners coming up for the Sideshow Originals. Hope you get to bring home, you get to bring home a piece of, the Sideshow Originals history. Congratulations to our Galactic Gun for Hire winner, the bounty hunter. That is Dark Cross on YouTube. Dark Cross, you are taking home our bounty hunter. This is her exclusive edition. As you can see, she's got the translucent energy knife that you can learn more about on her product summary. But congratulations to Dark Cross. You're taking home the Galactic Gun for Hire.
Absolutely. And our Dragon Slayer Warrior Forged in Flame. This is the exclusive. There are 2 portraits. Right there, you're looking at the one with the helmet, and then there is an unhelmeted one.
And she's got her additional dragon slaying knife. You got the nice blade here, but you also have got that really cool jagged serrated dragon knife, which she uses to, make the dragon cape that she's got going on here. You can see the skinned dragon on the base. That is going to Comics Zombie. Comics Zombie, we've had a lot of zombies on this show today. Congratulations, you are taking home the Dragon Slayer Warrior Forged in Flame.
And for both of our winners on those product pages, make sure you read their backstories, because I've heard it's beautifully written by a very, very talented writer.
Thank you. And again, you can check out everything that was featured on this show at side.show/BDayLive. That is, again, your one-stop shop for the video features, for the products that are pre-ordering, for the giveaways that are ongoing, like our Frankenstein, for the blog about the Frankenstein feature that we showed you guys, a little bit about that Bernie Wrightson piece. We've got so much going on. And while we're coming on to the end of our live show here, this is just the beginning of Sideshow's birthday extravaganza. Again, we're turning 30 and we want to celebrate with you. So we're going to pull up that event schedule and let you guys know what's going on today. There's always giveaways going on throughout our social media, and you'll want to make sure that you're in our groups. We've got the Sideshow social network at side.show/join us, and then the wrap-up shows in our Let Your Geek Sideshow Facebook group at side.show/geek group. So that'll be at 5 p.m. to tune in for anything you might have missed today. But at 1 p.m. we've got trivia, and there are opportunities to win there as well.
Not sure what the subject is going to be, but that's why I'm tuning in at 1 p.m.
Yes, you will find out. And then we have something going every single day this week. So again, you can find the full schedule at side.show/BDayLive. You can still register for the event, get that $5 in Sideshow rewards. There's exclusive giveaway opportunities for registrants as well, and it is the best way to stay notified about everything that is popping up for the show.
Well, Amy, we've had presents that we gave away. We've had a clown on the thing. I think it's time for you and I to go get some cake.
Yes, sir. All right. We are so happy to have you guys joining us. Again, Sideshow's 30th anniversary is all year long, but our birthday extravaganza is this week, and we wouldn't have hit that milestone without the fans like you. So thank you guys so much for joining us today, and for all the years that you've joined us. If you're just joining us, stay tuned for an amazing adventure with Sideshow. Until then, I'm Amy Chase.
I'm Guy Klender.
And don't forget to let your Geek Sideshow.
Bye-bye, everyone.
See you next time.